I've been meaning to get a Green Hornet action figure for a while. Once I bought the Kato from Diamond Select, I wanted a Green Hornet, but obviously they didn't make one. They make the cars, they make a lot of Katos, but they rarely make Green Hornet action figures. Anyway, the type of Green Hornet action figure that works with this Kato from Marvel from Diamond Select. Well, what used to be called Diamond Select. I found my solution with this Riddler action figure from McFarlane. Now, I've said I don't like McFarlane action figures. I think they're cheap, they're not well made, and McFarlane doesn't stand by its product. When they break, they don't replace anything, they don't care about their customers. But I'm interested in getting the Green Hornet, and this Kitbash is the best I could do. So let's look at this a little bit further. This is Hervé from Comic Book Bin. If you're in since 2002, like and subscribe. Obviously, the body for this figure is the Riddler, the Hush Riddler from McFarlane Toys. It's a Kitbash. It's not a perfect Kitbash. I tried to do some things, but it didn't quite work. I changed the gloves. He used to have purple gloves. I've got a bag full of hands from McFarlane action figures. As you can see, I've got my share of McFarlane hands and stuff. Right? I've got more than enough hands. And I found some green hands for this guys. They didn't fit quite perfectly. I had to warm up the fist, the hands, and so on, the sockets. They didn't quite fit perfectly, and they feel a bit loose. Like you can see the joint pretty well here. I don't like that, but it's the best I could do. So I found some green gloves. Perfect. The other thing I tried to change, and it didn't quite work. I might have to give it a second try. He still has the purple shoes from the Riddler, or those shoes here, which came with the McFarlane action figure. You could change him for bare feet or with shoes. So I've got these extra shoes. I thought they were perfect for a Green Hornet action figure, except they're not quite compatible. They don't quite fit in there. So I'm not able to replace, well, I can replace these, but they feel very loose, like they're gonna give and just fall off all the time. So maybe I'm gonna try another time to put these new feet instead of the purple feet. I think these would look much better as a Green Hornet action figure, but I'll have to give it a second try. Now the Green Hornet has a Hornet type of gun, and I couldn't find anything small. It's very small, and it sends small dagger or something like that to tranquilize his enemies. So I've got this from a Power Ranger action figure. The only problem is that it's blue. It's not green. It should be green, but it's from a Power Ranger action figure. It's quite small, and it looks like it could throw some tranquilizers at people. Maybe I should paint it. Finally, to make this figure work, is a face mask I've got from a G.I. Joe classified action figure. I don't know which one. Probably Crankcase, although I think Crankcase face mask is green. Well, beige. This one is green. I don't exactly know from which G.I. Joe classified I got this, but this is what I've got. Now the hat is not perfect. I know that I could probably find some other hat to replace this. This is not, a bob hat is not the right hat for the Green Hornet. And there's a lot of purple here, and the face mask is purple also, not green. This half mask here recalls the Golden Age Green Hornet, who used to have a full face mask with eye sockets. Here it's kind of a mix. See? So he's got a mask. If I could paint the mask green and just keep this here, and maybe put some green here or something else, or if I could find another head with a mask, with a domino mask, that could work. It's never gonna be the perfect Green Hornet, but this is what I've got so far. The shape here kind of bugs me. I wish there was a way for me to slim this down a bit so it's tighter here, and maybe make the shoulders wider so he can get that heroic look, which he doesn't have here. He's too lanky. For the Riddler, that's perfect. For the Green Hornet, he shouldn't be that lengthy. And this is what I've got so far for a Green Hornet. He doesn't have an overcoat. I don't believe he wears an overcoat in the summer. So just the jacket should be enough. It's not a perfect figure, but it's my stand-in as a Green Hornet so far. And let's see how he looks next to Kato. Kato is obviously also a 7-inch action figure. This is the Kato from Marvel, well, Diamond Select, what used to be known as Diamond Select, but they went out of business this year. The scale is perfect. Kato is always a bit shorter than the Green Hornet. I think they look good this way. Here's a bunch of ninjas and them. Hand ninjas fighting the Green Hornet. I don't know if I could pause him well. He's not a martial art artist to the same extent as Kato, who's more of a, well, a pure martial artist. He's more of a brawler, boxer type of guy. He can fight, but he's not Kato good. Usually in his depiction, can he stand as if he was going to kick an opponent? Let's see. Let's put him here. Nope. He doesn't have a waist. He might have a waist joint, but it's not good enough. Nope, I can't make him just float. It's easier with Kato. I've done it before. Kato can stand on one leg pretty well. But in the 2 years I've had this action figure, the legs are starting to be a bit more crooked. So yeah, Kato does stand better. Than the Green Hornet. Or I should call him the Riddler Green Hornet. Yeah. I like that. And then with Reed, it's much more of a brawler anyway. You could call this a beginning of a Kitbash. It's not perfect. This is not the ultimate Green Hornet action figure. There hasn't been one in a while. Well, I've had statues, but I've never had action figures of the Green Hornet. There's this Kato, but no one to make the Green Hornet that goes with him. This is the best I could do. Again, I'll try to see if I can use those feet once again to give him gray shoes. If I could find some kind of green weapon instead, but a small green weapon here for the dart thrower, that could work. And I guess I would have to paint the mask green here and remove all the purple here. A bit of work to make him work. And the best part obviously is the fact that I found some green gloves for him. And he's not form-fitting, as I mentioned, unfortunately. This is my version of the Green Hornet. He's not perfect at all, You could say he's a work in progress. And if you were looking to make yourself a Green Hornet, here's a recipe you might want to use. This is Hervé from Comic Book Bin, figurines since 2002. Like and subscribe.